stage. Come to the stage, sir.
Steel cage breaks, bodies fly, ladders rise, the crowd's war cry. Power bombs, necks collide, suffering fuels the warrior's pride. Revolution X, watching pain ignite, judging chaos, screaming through the fight. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more. Chairs swing, skulls collide, ropes burn as giants collide. Submission holds, arms snap, twisting fate in a brutal trap. Revolution X, judges of
Get it out tomorrow.
despair. Wrestling's torment, we rip and tear. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more. Blood on the mat, chaos reigns. We review the carnage, the glory, the pain. Every slam, every roar. Revolution X craves more.
Count us in.
What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den, and tonight it's Friday night, so you know what that means. It is time for Rev X's wrestling review with your host Buddhafire and also MJ Hat. And man, this week's been okay.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie to you. During tonight's episode of SmackDown, I started to fall asleep.
Yeah, he did.
It's not even a joke. I was very disappointed. We got a lot to talk about though. It's not like it was pre-taped, so some of the results we knew in advance. So
And some of you guys may already know what happened before we even get to this, but we still wanted to make sure that we got this done on Friday night as per normal. And yeah, man, why don't you lead us into Raw this week?
Just because they pre-taped something doesn't mean we're going to skip it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Raw opened up with a recap from last week with the end segment with Vision and Austin Theory. And then the Vision are shown making their way in, and Theory and Heyman, they see each other, they talk. Theory says he wants to prove that he basically is Vision. You know, his vision, I think is how he said it, but it's a whole thing. I don't know if I can get behind Theory and the Vision or not. It's just something that's really kind of wild. But that led straight into match number one. I think we had one commercial break, and then it was Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Pretty hard hitting between these two women, but in the end, Asuka hit a roll up on Ripley for the win. There was a lot of distraction play with Io and Kyrie, though, as per usual.
Yeah.
So, I I don't know, man. The singles matches are kind of getting on my nerves. This is a tag team feud, and this is just a filler episode, and you could definitely feel that here. Um, in the back, Pierce and Javon Evans are talking about his future. When Stephanie Vaquer comes up and says she wants both Raquel Rodriguez and Nikki Bella, and Pierce agrees. So next week we'll see a triple threat for the Women's World Championship. A lot of title matches announced for the coming weeks.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where are you standing with Stephanie Vaquer?
I mean, so far she's a fighting champion, and like she wants that challenge. I mean, she's the one that came up and said, "Hey, give me both of them. I'll take them both on." So I mean, they could keep the title on her. They could throw a curveball, but I say they keep the title on her.
I mean, right now she is the curveball. She is literally taking Naomi's spot.
Yeah.
So, as bad as I hate to say it like that, she didn't get there of her own merit. She hasn't put the time in yet. She's a good champion, and she's fighting champion, but her initial shot came early, is all I'm going to say.
I agree.
So, match number 2, Javon Evans taking on Rio Americano. And if you don't know, that's one of the, because I didn't know who this was. That is one of the Americano brothers, El Grande Americano. What's the other one?
Bravo.
Americano?
No, Bravo.
Or Bravo. Bravo Americano.
Bravo Americano.
In a fast-paced, high-flying matchup, Javon Evans comes away with his first victory on Raw via an OG cutter. Not too bad. Michael Cole kept saying he was a free agent, so maybe coming to Raw. We've seen the same thing tonight on SmackDown, and we'll get there.
We did.
Backstage segment with the Dragons of Style. Garbage. They say that as long as they are champions, they are unstoppable, which means they're going to lose the title soon.
Probably.
So, that's just kind of how that works in the business, right? Braun Breaker, we get another Braun Breaker promo on CM Punk, which I'm not going to lie. He's probably one of the best Steiner promos there are.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The OG Steiner math promo is one of the better ones, but man.
He cut a good. You hear me? He cut a good promo on Monday night. Like, very, very solid. Not even, he didn't even have a mic to work with. It was just all open area, and he made it work for him. So, I'm excited to see this match on the 5th.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of good matches coming the first of the year. The next 2 weeks are probably going to be pumped, but you could definitely feel how they put the brakes on this week.
Oh yeah.
Nikki Bella cut a promo about being a legend and a former champion and blah 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 blah. Nobody cares about Nikki Bella.
Facts.
Yeah, he says that title will look better around her waist, and I was inclined to agree. If it was shaped like a butterfly, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was a burn. Match 3 was Bayley taking on Roxanne Perez. This match was decent at best. A lot of outside interference leads Bayley to hitting elbow drop for the victory. There's dissension forming in the Judgment Day, and this is very true. There's a lot of Judgment Day segments going on, especially since Liv Morgan's return.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you see a split? How do you see a split?
It's really hard to tell. Well, we'll wait till we get into wrestling news. I don't think I put it on there, but I'll cover it.
You didn't.
Okay.
You didn't.
I'll cover it.
Let me say this. The Judgment Day has been breaking up for 4 years. So it's kind of hard for me to get behind any kind of Judgment Days coming apart angle until it actually happens. And then I'll have a different perspective on it.
There you go.
Backstage segment with Theory and Reed saying which one was going to follow whose lead. Theory stood up to Reed here. I thought that shows potential. More backstage tension between the women of Judgment Day. because they were arguing. And again, that's just another one of those things. We'll get there. Gunther comes out to talk more shit about John Cena. But CM Punk's music hits and they come face to face. Gunther laughs and leaves as Rey Mysterio's music hits. Because that's leading into our next match, which we're not there yet. We're getting close. Back from the break, I guess as Rey Mysterio and CM Punk are standing in the ring, mind you. Back from the break, Gunther runs into AJ Styles and who asks him if he doesn't know when to shut up. And Gunther says, "No, I don't." And he walks away. Are we already leading into AJ's retirement storyline? Because I feel like we should wait on this for a couple of months.
I'm really thinking Mania might be AJ's final.
It could be.
And if so, then no. Like, they need to get on this now.
Then you're right. If that's the case, if Mania is the end for AJ Styles, then you're right. The time is now to start this story.
Yeah.
World Tag Team titles next Monday. AJ and Dragon Lee against the Usos. Usos are probably going to win that match.
Yeah. And what we just said, like 15 seconds ago, I think plays into that.
100%. As we've come back to the ring now, CM Punk and Rey Mysterio were already out in the ring, and they were waiting on the Vision. So, which is Theory and Reed this time, because it changes. Sometimes it's Logan Paul, sometimes this was a solid tag team match. Austin Theory looks great coming back after CM Punk and Bronson Reed go over the barricade. Theory hits Mysterio with a stomp for the dub. Punk attacks after the match, and Braun Breaker comes out to get in on the action. Punk gets the upper hand for a second, but ultimately Breaker hits him with the spear and stands tall with the title in hand as the show goes off the air. Solid 3 from Buddha, solid 3 from Hat. This is another average show.
Yeah.
And again, I know it was pre-recorded. The whole world knows that because it was Christmas. But it still felt really phoned in. So that's just me. What are your thoughts?
It was a decent show. Nothing to really go gung-ho or go home about, really, with this one. I did say I wanted to cover something on wrestling news. We didn't put it down this week. However, there is a big possibility that Dom Mysterio may be hurt, and we were talking about the Judgment Day, so that's why I was waiting. But this could bring some real dissension in between the Judgment Day.
Really?
So apparently, from what I've seen, when Dom was in Mexico doing the AAA show, Ray gave him a snap suplex that apparently he took wrong. And he hit his shoulder pretty bad. So he might have a dislocated shoulder, might be out of action for up to 6 months.
That's a long time.
We will wait to see what Monday brings because I've not seen anything else about it since. So it could be something they're keeping under wraps until Monday, and we'll find out for sure.
Yeah, that's normally how something like that works. Man, I hope not. Dom's on a good run.
Dom is on a good
He's
run.
A hell of an Intercontinental Champion.
I agree.
He is a fan favorite, even though he lies, cheats, and steals. He is a tweener in its best form. So,
Yeah, that's a awesome way to describe Dominic Mysterio.
I know. Yeah. So I guess that's it for Raw. And with Dominic, that's kind of crazy. You wanna tell us a little bit about SmackDown?
Well, SmackDown starts this week with the replay of last week. Cody's waiting backstage for Nick Aldis. We get a short Miz segment. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry is in the ring. Tozawa's Elf on the Shelf and plays a song with the guitar. Miz has tiny balls. It was Jingle Bells and then Miz has tiny balls. It was great. It was great. Miz interrupts and says, and we have our first match. When my mouth goes... No, that is not how that goes, Hat. You suck at notes. It's when my hand goes up.
My hand goes up.
Your mouth goes shut. You said.
I don't know how I typed it, but I know what it says.
You said when my mouth goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Well, I meant hand.
That's okay. You all know what it means if you've been watching Miz for a while. That's not the first time he said that. But anyway, let's get into the match. Joe Hendry versus The Miz, and this became a Miracle on 34th Street street fight. So Joe starts off strong, honestly entertaining, very, very back and forth, lots of transitions. The ending of this match saw all kinds of Christmas-themed shenanigans. R-Truth is the bunny with a 5-knuckle shuffle, a guitar smash, and Miz goes through a table for Henry to get the cover and the victory. I agree. Joe Hendry started off very strong. Miz got a nice gash on his ass, so to speak. So I'm sure he'll probably, baby that for a week or two. What did you think about this opening match tonight? Because
honestly, I am a fan of Joe Hendry. I like his work. I think Miz did a really good job tonight putting Joe Hendry over. And I don't think it can be stated enough that that's the kind of talent that you keep long term, and that's why Miz is still employed. He knows how to sell, and in particular, I want to take you back to the match and the nut shot with the kendo stick.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Perfect.
That was great. He sold that like no
selling.
selling ever. It was great.
Right. This match and only one other one really came up to par on tonight's event. So
I agree.
We'll get into that in a minute. But
All
all in all, Joe Hendry and Miz, thumbs up.
Cool beans. Backstage, Carmelo and Fraxium are discussing something, and Ilya Dragunov comes up. He tells Carmelo that he deserves another U.S. title shot, and they will do that tonight. Drew arrives with Kathy Kelly. He says he's taking a nap, but answers are coming. We get an Aleister Black vignette after that. Next week's match is announced with him and Damian Priest again. I'm starting to fade out of this. Yeah, exactly. It's becoming a little bit of a sleeper because they've been going for so long. It's boring, guys.
6 months we've been dealing with this. I'm over it. Let's move on.
And they even said that in the vignette tonight that it's been 6 months. Like that's too much. That's too much. There's if there was a title at hand or something like that to where they could pass it back and forth, sure. Right.
This is a grudge type.
Right, and it all boils down from the Fireball incident. Like, Aleister Black has the number on Damian Priest as far as it goes.
Yeah. Sure.
So I'm not sure if they're trying to, like, tie it up or what they're trying to do, but I wish they'd do something quick because they are getting boring.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid this storyline is going till Mania.
It may. If it does, God help us all. We get a Jade interview with Byron Saxton about Mishin, and then Mishin B-Fab segment in the back. Really pointless. That's why we don't really write about it much. So let's get into the second match of the night. It was Lash Legend against Charlotte Flair. Charlotte sells for Flash really good in the beginning of this match. Charlotte's heel got like ripped open. I'm not sure what she done. I think she might have ripped an earring or something like that. But it was a nice bloody mess. But she gets the win via like a power bomb roll up, so to speak. It's kind of like a Code Red. It was just slow as shit.
Improvised, to be honest. It looked like an improvised finish. So
here's something wild from tonight. Trick Williams is backstage. Cody walks in asking about Drew. Nick shuts him down. Trick says, "I can take that title, boy." So Trick Willie coming up from NXT to WWE, SmackDown. What do you think? What do you think about that?
I think it's time. Do I think he's main event picture? No, but he's definitely in the U.S. contention with Carmelo.
Right,
like definitely right off the rip. So,
well, before
we want to try to pitch a Cody Trick Williams story, I think Trick will lose, but be good exposure for the kid.
I think it'd be a filler match until Mania. If he had to defend the title, say at Elimination Chamber, if Cody did, then put Trick in that match. Let him lose, obviously. And then, of course, have Cody Roman set up for Mania. We get an MFT vignette talking about how Solo's got the whole world in his hands. Completely knocking off Bray Wyatt. Again, sleeper. That's why we don't really talk about it. But let's talk about this next match. Match number 3. It was a U.S. title match. It was Ilya Dragunov against Carmelo Hayes. Both of these men were top-notch tonight. Like, this match could have been on a PLE, and it would have stole the show. I know I say that a lot, but, like, this was one of those matches where these two young men came in, and they gave it everything they got. They got a good time slot, and they made good work of that time slot.
Yeah, the match was at least 25 minutes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This match was really good. Very intense. There's a lot of top-notch moves between these two. The finish saw Ilya jump off the top rope into a first 48, and then, what is that called? Mellow Don't Miss, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Off the top rope for a roll-up. Carmelo get the gold, and new United States champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Man, I think it's well deserved. I think Ilya was really a sportsman about it because after the match, he goes and he puts the title around his waist.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
He shook his hand. He raised his arm. He gave him a hug. Like, Ilya's true definition of a gentleman when it comes to wrestling and sportsmanship. Yes, I agree with you.
It kind of looks like the way that it went down, it looked like Ilya chose his own successor. And
but
that's pretty cool.
I don't know if you caught this tonight, but Ilya did say that the open challenge was finished after tonight.
Yeah, he did.
He did say it was closed, and I think that's why Carmelo got the win, is so that he can actually start or succeed without having to defend it every week.
Well, here's the thing. When he said that, I thought he was talking about just tonight's open challenge.
Right.
That's the way it sounded to me. However, would I be against Carmelo Hayes continuing the U.S. Open title tradition? No.
No,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I would be down for that, but I think that
I don't think it'll happen.
I think the open challenge thing is done, man.
It would be nice to see it continue, but you're absolutely right. I don't believe it will either.
Well, we will definitely find out on SmackDown live next Friday night instead of. Just a FYI, guys, it will be 11:15 next week before we go live because if you've been under a rock for the last couple of months, SmackDown goes to 3 hours starting January 2nd, which is next Friday.
That means they'll have 2 3-hour shows again.
Yep, well, 2.5 and a 3. It's very, very rare that Raw goes to 3 hours. It's very, very rare that it goes to 3 hours.
You know, with that, it doesn't feel. I don't know why it is that way. They have an unlimited time slot with Netflix, so
Yeah, I think they've got up to a 4-hour time slot.
they do.
But they use like 2.5 of it and call it a night. Which, I mean, it is what it is. They can get in what they need to within that 2.5 hours. And most of the talent on the show is being utilized. So, I mean, it's not that they're doing anything wrong. They just don't want to run over, I guess, or they don't want to burn you out.
I guess there's a lot. I think 3 hours is too much myself.
And we're going to another 3-hour SmackDown. That's going to be rough, guys. Yeah. Like they do good to keep us entertained in 2, and now they're going to stretch it to 3. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried of how that works. So we'll see if it lasts until, I don't know, let's say June. By June, I feel as though that it'll be.
You think we're back to 2 hours?
Oh yeah. Once they figure out that it ain't going to work, they'll get it figured out. Anyway, guys, sorry, we're off track here. Charlotte and Alexa run into Rio backstage, and then Lash and Nia and the Kabuki Warriors show up, and they're all arguing. And so Nick Aldis comes in and breaks it up and says that they can settle it next week in an 8-woman tag team match. So I'm going to assume it's going to be Nia and Lash and probably the Kabuki Warriors against Rio and Charlotte and Alexa.
Yeah, they had a graphic for it at the end of the night.
Did they? I didn't.
Man, yeah, they did. I don't know about all this because the way that came out, it sounded like that there was going to be more to this tag title feud For the title match, I would love to see a multi-team title matchup. I think that's the best way to do this.
Oh yeah,
But
especially if that's going on the
I am
first
not
Raw.
WWE creative. I am not WWE creative. I do not get to make that decision.
You're not wrong though. Like I'd be down to see that myself, especially like I said, the first Raw, like the anniversary show for 1 year on Netflix, guys. We're there. I don't know if y'all realize that, but we are there. We are.
It's been a year.
We are just
already.
a little over a week away. Wait, no, I'm wrong. We are.
Hell, you and I have been doing this show for 8 months.
We have been doing this show for 8 months, and we appreciate every one of you that come on and watch it.
I'm just saying, 8 months. That's insane.
Anyway, guys, let's get into the main event of SmackDown. Match number 4, Chelsea Green and Alba Fire taking on Jillia and Kiana James. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This match was so short. This did not deserve to be a main event. They could have put Carmelo and Ilya in the main event, and I would have much rather watched that than this garbage-ass match.
It was a better match, yeah.
This was very short-lived. Chelsea tried every way in the world to stay away from Jillia. Once Jillia ended up getting a hold of her, she just kind of took over the match, got rid of Alba, hits her with the Northern Lights driver, and 1, 2, 3, Jillia pins Chelsea in a tag team match. I do want to add something, though. Kiana James should have never been called to the main roster. There's no appeal to her whatsoever. She got injured the second day she got to the main roster. And I'm sorry, but being a manager for Jillia and having a match ever so often, I see no market for her.
Honestly, you're not wrong. I'm not going to fault you here because let's face it, Kiana James is crap. 100% crap. I gotta agree. She shouldn't have been called up from NXT. She one not ready. 2, easily broken, and then 3. Does she even understand Julia?
No, I highly doubt it.
Okay.
Wait, do you understand Julia? Because I don't understand her.
No, but
All
I'm
right.
her manager.
Right. I mean, she probably does. You know, it's probably why they keep them together so much. But honestly and truthfully, guys, it's boring.
Yep.
She's just boring. She's boring in the ring. Like, her moves are predictable.
I almost fell asleep during SmackDown tonight. I said that.
So, final segment of the night, guys. Kit Wilson's backstage, and no one cares. Apparently, he's new and improved, and he wants to show himself. So, Cody and Nick are talking, and Drew's music hits. We transition to Drew. Nick comes out for Drew's apology. He pays the fine. He then apologizes to Dan, the referee, and then he starts talking down to Dan, and Cody runs out to interrupt. He tries to get Cody to hit him with some good heel work, like talking about the family, like really, really digging in where he shouldn't be. He then continues into Cody with family insults. He then announces the stipulation of the match that they will have in 2 weeks in Berlin, and that's going to be a 3 stages of hell match.
Yes, it is.
Do you know how long it's
That's
been
insane.
since we've seen one of them motherfuckers?
WCW, bro.
Right.
It's been that long.
And that was like
saying.
the Towers of Power, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
that is crazy.
it's insane to think that they have put that match on the back burner. If you don't understand what 3 stages of hell are, 3 stages of hell are usually a singles match, usually like a submission match, and then usually like anything goes type match.
I was thinking of the 3 cages, man.
No, I don't think it's going to be that. And I might be wrong. I might be wrong. If they do that, shoo, that's going to be pain.
Ain't it? That's insane.
That would be wild to
I
see.
think it's a good callback. It's a 30-year-old match.
We'll see how that goes. But guys, tonight's event, I think I'm going to settle at about a 2.5. And you're going to get you can get a 2 from Hat. So that gives a 225 plus some 3s. We'll settle at 250 this week. We'll settle at 250 this week. The biggest thing and the match of the week, hands down, arguably, was Ilya and Carmelo. Like, that match was just That match was just everything you wanted it to be. That is probably out of the open challenge matches, that is probably the best match that we've gotten the whole time.
It's definitely best TV match in a while.
Absolutely.
I'll say that.
With that probably got 2 stars on its own. There
Yeah.
really was not anything as far as backstage segments, other matches that really just struck out and said, "Woohoo, get me tonight." So, with that, guys, like we said, $250 for the week. Four. You do the math. I don't feel like mathing. But anyway, guys.
2.75 something.
Sure. But with that being said, guys, that's going to conclude this week's edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review. The fact that these shows were taped honestly had a lot to do with why they're so low this week. Once we get back to live programming, which will be Monday, I guarantee you it'll probably be a lot better. We will see. There's a few questions that need to be answered that hopefully I'll be able to find out some on Monday.
Yeah.
And then, go ahead.
Don't forget that come what date is it? Our next Rev X stream?
Yeah, January 2nd.
We will be doing the giveaway for the 2 t-shirts in the Doobie Den. Please make sure you keep your Discord DMs open. We will do that live on stream. I am setting up a wheel, and that'll make it easy. So, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I'll answer anything that needs answered. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, guys. With that, we want to thank you very much for coming on to watch this stream. We greatly appreciate you all. We enjoy bringing you this wrestling recap every week live. Starting next week again, we will be going to 11:15 instead of 10:15 Eastern Time because they are switching to 3 hours, so it's 8 to 11, and we will be live right afterwards. So, guys, until next Friday night, again, 11:15 Eastern Time. I say that 1,000 times just to make sure you remember. But I'm Buddha Fire. That's Hat. We are Revolution X, guys, and we will catch you on the flip side later. Peace out.
Be good.